How's it going, everybody? Josh here with Styes Cards once again for another deck profile. This time it is a deck profile of my own. I just finished playing in a Duelist Academy remote duel tournament for a box, and I got first place with this deck, my Tenyi Swordsoul deck. Uh, it's a little different. There's something pretty cool that I learned that you could do with the deck, so I tried it out and I was able to use it in the tournament a couple of times. So it actually worked out very well. I'm going to go right into the deck. It's 41 cards. So a lot of these cards are pretty played in the current day, so I will not be talking about most of what they do. But let's get started with the main deck. So of course, uh, 3 Ecclesia, then I play 3 Moyi. These are pretty standard. 3 Longyong. And then I just play the one Taya. I really only grab it if I need it. A lot of people play two. It's searchable, so I just think one is fine. That's it for the Swordsoul monsters. For the Tennies, which was the number of Tennies changed before I entered the tournament. Before I was playing 3-3-2 for 3 Ashuna, 3 Vishuddha, and then 2 Adhara. But for this version of the deck, I played 3 Ashuna, and then I played 2 Vishuddha, and then 3 Adhara. Uh, I will go into depth on why I chose to do this in a hot second when I show one of the things that I was doing, but I think that this was a perfect number of tennies with the deck. I had them when I needed them, and I got some sometimes when I didn't, but it really didn't happen too often. And then the Protos, uh, it's Protos. Then I played 3 Valor and 1 Ash. I kind of just have 1 Ash, so I only play 1. I didn't want to buy them, but the 1 Ash is fine because, you know, it's really not fine. I wish I played 3, but I play Cross out in the side deck, so it's nice to have just 1 just to be able to cross out it if I need to. And it's not really the best hand trap. Like, it's not that good against Swordsoul. They're still going to put up their board and whatnot. So really just one Ash because I own one. And then I think Valor's very good. And then I played a Despot because I will show later why I play the Despot because I play Halka Fibrax. That is it for the monsters in the deck. For the spells, 3 Emergence, of course. And then the 1 Summit. I like the 1 Summit to search. 3 Pot of Desires because this card is very good in this deck because everything basically does the same thing. And then I played 2 Chalice and a Droplet. This is another one of those times where I just have 1 Droplet, but it actually works out. Chalice is just a little weaker than the Droplet, but sometimes it's just like, oh, I don't have a card to discard. The Chalice is fine here. But it's mainly like these are my going second cards, and then the last spell I play is 3 Dark Ruler. Going first, I feel like I should be able to win most of those games, like especially game 1. So in game 1, if I don't win the die roll, just having the access of seeing like one of these cards, preferably if these 3 were all droplets, but the Chalice actually puts in work. Before I was just playing 3 Chalice, no droplet, but I just wanted to have the droplet in the main deck just for the whatever the card's name is. I said it already. The crossout designator. I think that's super cool to have that, and then just the Dark Ruler just to be able to break a unbeatable board game 1. So that is it for the spells. And then for the traps, I just played the 3 impermanents and the 1 blackout. Nothing I would really change there. So the main deck's 41. I think that's okay. I usually don't play 41, but this time I did. For the extra deck, I played Yazi, of course, for the 7. 2 Baxias for the 8s. 2 Chisao. The Dragite. I actually made Dragite a light. I really like Dragite. I always kind of make it. Just kind of covers everything you need to. When you break a board, you need to put up your own. So the Dragite, the Berserker, big attack, banish thingy, Chow Thang, call light, that's pretty good, Baron, and then the Chaying. Is it pronounced Chaying? It is Chenying. Okay, the Chenying. That is it for the synchros, nothing too crazy there. And then for the links, I play 5 link cards. I play a Shaman, 2 Monks, and then a Halka Fibrax, and an Auroradon. These were the new cards that I put in, and I actually used them, and they were really good. And I think it's so cool that you can play these cards. So what I was doing, I learned this in the remote duel YCS. Somebody did this against me, and I was like, that is so cool. I need to do that. Uh, if I have Adhara, I'll summon the Adhara. Let's say I normal summon Moyi. They impermit. I will make a link summon of a Hulk. Hulk effect will special summon our desk bot from the deck. Then make an Auroradon. I'm trying to do everything upside down, so that's why everything's kind of looking janky. The Auroradon, of course, will summon our 3 tokens, summoning back our desk bot. From here, we can go into the Yazi for 7. And then we're going to use the effect of the Mecha Beast to tribute to pop the Yazi. And then Yazi can special from the deck. So I thought that was so cool and so like it was just able to protect what you do, which kind of like it kind of just fold to impermanence depending on what your hand is. Then you can just go into the Taya from there. So I thought that was like very interesting, and I tried it out. Wanted to see if it would come up, and it actually did. So very happy that I put that into my deck. That is why I played the deck spot. That's why I played the Hulk. Super cool. I definitely recommend trying it. And then for my side deck, I personally really like Godarla. I play against a lot of Floanderies. Like I played against it at the YCS and then just in this random DA tournament. And so being able to tribute over the Barrier statue after forcing it out with maybe popping the back row, the trap that they normal summon. But I thought this card was really cool. It's also very good that you can Vishuda it back to your hand and maybe tribute another card if you're feeling crazy. And then 3 Twin Twister because back row decks. The Crossout, which I actually really like Crossout in the side deck. It's still very good in the main deck, but I always put it in for the mirror match. This card negates every card in the mirror match, so I think that's very good. Depending on the matchup, I will put it in going first, even if it's not the mirror match, just to protect against the hand traps. Sometimes it's just really one impermanence that changes your whole day, so really like it there. Random decks that play Desires, sometimes just cross-outing the Desires shuts down a deck for some reason. But yeah, 3 cross-out. And then I played 3 copies of Dimensional Barrier and 3 copies of Trap Trick to search our Dimensional Barrier. This card's very good right now. It stops a lot of things. I activated this against Drytron when they activated the Ritual spell and called Ritual. They've passed. Against the Bird deck, forced them into playing with the Tri-Brigade cards only. And I play cards like Impermanence and Veiler, so there's a good chance I can stop them there. So this card has a lot of uses, and in the mirror match, that's game. So being able to play 6 copies I think is super cool. It actually came up to where I trap tricked for a impermanence just because that's a normal trap card. So kind of multiple uses. You really aren't going to always go for impermanence, but when you do, it's definitely going to be game changing because that's such a weird thing to do. So that is the deck. Uh, like I said, I was trying out the idea of the Hulk and the Despot, and it worked really well. I was able to secure the box that I won, so I will get to collect that. But thank you to the awesome people that run Duelist Academy. I had a lot of fun in the tournament. I think remote dueling is pretty fun when you're with a group of people that you know won't do anything too shady against you. So being able to play remote duels and being confident that you'll actually get to play and just have fun is super enjoyable. So really glad that I took the time and played in the tournament. So again, thank you to everybody from Duelist Academy that ran the tournament. Uh, that's really all I have to say. Like there's not really that much creativity you can do with the Tenyi Swordsoul deck. Every list is kind of the same except for 6 cards, so this is just a list that I thought was a little different than what I've been seeing, and it worked out. I'm glad it did. So, if you like this video, of course, leave a like, hit that subscribe button. Uh, Slowly, the subscriber count has been going up, so that's super cool. And yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.